now. The future is here. It is time to be globally relevant. Get ready for the Global Transformation Conference 2022, a virtual conference that will equip you with knowledge, tools, and traits to set you on the track of global relevance. Date 13 to 15 May 2022. Meet our speakers Facilitators, Emmanuel Ebuka, Ndukwe, Tonia Vincent, Chikaodi Emmanuel, Goodness Tuntuchuku, Olamide Akinde, Peter Ebuka, and the convener Vivian Claire. Okay, you will learn the exact principles that got these people to the top. Global Transformation Conference 2022. Breaking limits, reaching your. The begin is now. Here is time to be relevant. Get ready for the Global Transformation Conference 2022, a virtual conference that will equip you with knowledge, tools, and traits to set you on the track of global relevance. Date 13 May 2022. With our speakers Facilitators, Emmanuel Ndukwe, Tonia Vincent, Chikaodi Emmanuel, Olamide Akinde, Peter Ebuka, and the convener Vivian Claire. Okay, you will learn the exact principles that got these people to the top. Global Transformation Conference 2022. In minutes, reaching your peak. The beginning is now. The future is here. It is time to be globally relevant. Get ready for the Global Transformation Conference 2022, a virtual conference that will equip you with knowledge traits to set you on the track of global relevance. Date 13 to 15th May 2022. Meet our speakers Facilitators, Emmanuel Ebuka, Ndukwe, Tonia Vincent, Chikaodi Emmanuel, Goodness Tuntuchuku, Olamide Akinde, Peter Ebuka, and the convener Vivian Claire. Okay, you will learn the exact principles that got these people to the top. Global Transformation Conference 2022. Breaking limits, reaching your peak. The beginning is now. The future is here. It is time to be globally relevant. Get ready for the Global Transformation Conference 2022, a virtual conference that will equip you with knowledge, tools, and traits to set you on the track of global relevance. Date 13 to 15th May 2022. Meet our speakers Facilitators, Emmanuel Ebuka, Ndukwe, Tonia Chikaodi Emmanuel, Goodness Tuntuchuku, Olamide Akinde, Peter Ebuka, and the convener Vivian Claire. Okay, you will learn the exact principles that got these people to the Global Transformation Conference 2022. Breaking limits. The beginning is now. The future is here. It is time to be globally relevant. Get ready for the Global Transformation Conference 2022, a virtual conference that will equip you with knowledge, tools, and traits to set you on the track of global relevance. Date 13 to 15th May 2022. Meet our speakers Facilitators, Emmanuel Ebuka, Ndukwe, Tonia Vincent, Chikaodi Emmanuel, Goodness Tuntuchuku, Olamide Akinde, and the convener Vivian Claire. Okay, the exact principles that these people do the top. Global Transformation Conference 2022. Breaking limits, reaching your peak. The beginning is now. The here. It is.
Hello, everybody. It's so good to see. I'm super excited to be streaming today. How excited are you? Let me know. 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 How excited are you guys? I welcome you to today's session of the Global Transformation Conference. The Global Transformation Conference 2022, Breaking Limits, Reaching the Peak. My name is ORITSELAJU, EJUOMAH, but you can call me Laju. And I'm going to be your chief host for today's session. If you're happy to be here, please let me know in the comment section. Let me know that you are happy to be in today's session. I can see that. Ade Bukola, thank you so much. Thank you, guys. Please show me how excited you are in the comment section. Let's dig it. Let's dig it. Let's know. Let me know. Can you guys hear me? Can you guys hear me? Can you guys hear me? Yes, I'm also very happy doing. Yes, pleased to be here. I'm so pleased to be here too. Okay, for the privilege of those that just joined, I said that my name is ORITSELAJU EJUOMAH, and I will be your host for today. Yes, Global Transformation Conference 2022, Breaking Limits, Reaching the Peak. I said breaking limits, reaching the peak. The Global Transformation Conference, where we go global or nothing. We don't go local, we go global. I said we go global, not local. So I would like to shed more light on how yesterday went. Yesterday we had the privilege of um, Frank again, and I got to learn personally about the importance of giving, of volunteering. He said a giver is a good risk taker. I also got to learn from Olamide, where she shared her personal story to global relevance and how it is important to portray yourself rightly by setting up your profile correctly and posting only relevant content. Then next was our Undukwe. He told us about creating content for the global audience. He said, think global in your content creation. That is the only way to reach a global audience. Then the last was Goodness Somto, someone I really admire. Said she gave us hacks on how well to leverage Upwork. She said, start small, learn how to sell, and of course, keep learning and keep improving yourself. I don't know if you guys enjoyed yesterday's session as much as I did, because after the whole event, I had this kind of headache that I was not joking when I said I had a headache. I really did, because it was so much wisdom, so much light was shed on going global. And quickly, I'm going to introduce our first speaker. I don't know if are you guys ready for me? Are you guys ready for the first speaker? Are you guys ready to see the first speaker? Are you guys ready to hear from him? Yes, we only go global here. Yes, sister. I don't know if you guys are ready to hear the first speaker speak. Let me know in the comment section if you are following me. Are you guys with me? Are you guys with me? I want to know that I'm not talking to myself. I'm looking at my beautiful face. Can you guys hear me? Yeah. Okay. Our first speaker for today is the brand influencer for Utiva, a founder and recruitment lead at Higher Rights Services, an outsourcing company. He's also the social media strategist at Nebolum, an ecosystem in Toronto dedicated to carving out space in the technology industry for Blacks. He has a passion for promoting Black startups and changing lives positively. Join me to welcome Mr. Peter Ebuka Agbo. You're welcome, sir. Mr. Peter.
Thank you.
Yes, like I said,
Thank you so much.
I'm so
It's a
happy
pleasure.
to have you here.
It's a pleasure. It's a pleasure to be here. Thanks so much. I want to use this opportunity to thank like the hosts and the facilitators for giving me the opportunity to speak. And I'm thanking everybody that joined this section. Just want to like let's take like 1 minute of our time to share the link if we have not shared the link, so others can also join. Yeah. So just going to like wait for some seconds and then before I start the section. Thank you. So let's just share the link. I can see the comment section. We don't have, for me, I don't think we have much persons because I will try as much as I can to give out the information or give out the insight on how you can actually grow globally and get these opportunities that you're looking for internationally and the like. So let's just try and share the link so we can get started. So on the comment section, can I see a message like GTC or something? Just say something about the, GTC before I kick or start the program. I'm not seeing anything on the comments yet. I hope everybody can hear me. Yeah, host, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Oh, seems like we're having a network glitch. I can hear you, sir. So like he said he wants you to paste the link somewhere. We're facing serious network glitch. Okay, like I said, for the privilege of those that just joined us, he's a brand influencer for Utiva. I really cannot wait to have him. Like, I got to talk to him for a few minutes before we started, and he said that he has so much to share that 20 minutes is not even going to be enough. But I hope that he's going to really make great use of that time. Can we have him again? Mr. Peter Ebuka Agbo. Yeah.
Okay, you're back. Can you
Yes,
hear me?
sir.
Are you sure everybody is hearing me, even the audience? So I'll just want to start now. Yeah, so I'll be starting. So I think what I'm supposed to speak about today is putting yourself or how to position yourself for global opportunities, right? So this is something that everyone on LinkedIn is eager for, right? So there are actually insights that we've been seeing everywhere. You can go on Google and search, and you will see a lot of insights that may teach you. So I'm here for practical examples, right? I'm going to use myself as an example through these teachings so as to show you how I got it done and how you too can actually achieve that. So I'll tell my story. My story is actually very long, yeah. So I don't think I can be able to like say everything, but I'll just start from when I became intentional on LinkedIn. Okay, before I came to LinkedIn, I was actually doing something on Facebook, right? I was doing something on Facebook in terms of in terms of in terms of marketing. I was doing something on Facebook, right? Before something happened, and I think I lost the page. It's a long story, right? So I'm not trying to be short. So I gave up for a while. I had a page that I grew myself. I think it's reached 100,000 and something, right? Followers on Facebook, and it got hacked. So I stopped doing what I was doing then. So I gave up for a while before I said, oh, and then I was, yeah, by the year 2022, no, sorry, 2020, I was actually saying things on LinkedIn, and I just said, let me be intentional about it. So I came on board. I try as much as I can to study the platform, and I also do my best to optimize the page. It took me a lot of things. I had to read some books which I can actually recommend to you after this if you come to me. I read some books for LinkedIn, I read some things, and then I was able to optimize the page myself, right? That is why iWrite Services also undo LinkedIn optimization in case you are interested, just in case you are interested. So I was able to do that, and then I became intentional on LinkedIn. I tried to see or study some persons. I tried to connect with some people. It's always good to connect with people, right? So if you're trying to be intentional on LinkedIn, if you're trying to like get the global recognition, you have to connect with people, right? It's very important that you connect with people on LinkedIn. So I was able to connect with a lot of persons, and it took me a while before I even started maybe getting seen or something, right? But there's one important thing you should have in mind. If you are trying to be visible on LinkedIn, you must have something you do, something you are good at. There must be one thing that speaks for you, even when you are not there, right? And that particular thing is what you should work on and see how you can be better. You might be doing it and you may feel you're not getting it very right, but you are on the right path, I must tell you. And on LinkedIn, I normally say this: you just have to start, right? There's every need for you to start. Start today. Why you should start today is because if your success story may come, let's say 1 month time or in 2 month time, you have to start today before getting to that particular time, right? So if you are doing something on LinkedIn, a particular service, or you are a job seeker trying to look for a job, be intentional first, right? Before you can be seen by this company, you have to be intentional. I'm also going to share my story, how I was able to, or how I'm currently working with over 3 international companies over there, and I'm still in Nigeria, right? I'm currently in Nigeria, still in Nigeria. So it's feasible, right? This is the best time for you to work with any international company just with a LinkedIn account, right? So you can get this done. So how I was able to even get my first gig or work with a Canadian company was this. I was reached out by the founder of Nobelum. Nobelum is a not-for-profit organization over there in Canada. Our mandate is to support 100 black tech companies. I think by year 2025, we should be done with 100 companies. So we are starting with our Innovathon pitch competition this summer. I mean, this June. Sorry, I'm using summer, right? This June, right? So Nobelum is a Canadian company, and the founder reached out to me on LinkedIn, right? So you see that when you have optimized your LinkedIn profile and you are intentional about the skills or what you do in terms of the services that you render, these clients, internationally or locally, that you're looking out for, are going to come to you, right? You don't have to come to them, or you don't have to go to them. They literally come to you, right? So you need to learn how to be intentional. And for you to be intentional about the things you do, you have to showcase what you do by the kind of verbiage or content marketing that you do on LinkedIn. Of course, it's marketing. When you put out content for people to be able to reach to you, it's marketing. You're already doing marketing, and it's called content marketing, right? So, but you need to learn how to use your words, learn how to make the first paragraph of your content very captivating, right? You want to be seen on LinkedIn. No matter how small your achievements are, say it out. Let it be known to people, right? Let it be known. Let people know what you have achieved. Because it's only when they know what you've achieved, you get rich very easily, right? Very easily. On my profile on LinkedIn, you will see top 50 African influencers. That thing has given me a lot of gig. Yes, I know. I last month I was part of those that was recognized by Eganti, right? So it has given me a lot of gig even today. Even just today, I was checking my message on LinkedIn. I have a lot of message, so I advise people to like send me a message on WhatsApp. I can easily access my WhatsApp than LinkedIn because I think I'm having over 500 messages. But I was able to see that today, right? So you need to be seen, show yourself, either by content, either by anything you do, but you have to show yourself here on LinkedIn. So I'm trying to see how I can be able to round up everything, so we can come into question and answer. So I don't know what you are into, but you need to like know what you want, right? Your career must be stated. If you are into tech, let it out there. Months ago, a little boy, 17 years, was contacted by an Italian company, and I think he's over there right now, right? So you see that it can also be you. It's not just for a specific person, it's for everybody, but you have to be intentional. It's only when you are intentional that these things comes to you, and you must work towards it, right? You must work towards it. You must work towards achieving it. So it's as plain or is as important as that. So how you can be intentional is once you know what you are doing, right? If you know the career that you are doing or your career that you are into, you will see or you will do the things that you are supposed to do, right? You will do the things that you ought to do to get everything done. So it's as simple as that. So you need to be a way to attract these international companies to come to you. So I was able to position myself. I was able to position myself. I was able to position myself very well, so I can. This company can be able to reach out to me. It all starts from when Nobelum reached out. Then the other company I'm working with in Canada also reached out, and then a US company I'm working with also reached out to me. So I didn't apply for any of this job. I can boldly say that since I left university, I've not applied for any job. Right, my LinkedIn has been my marketing tool, so it can be yours if you work towards it. So it's as easy as that. I'm sure the other speakers were able to like tell us how to use our words, how to optimize our LinkedIn. Once you put those things in order, right? Once you put those things in order, the next thing for you to do is to put yourself out there, show yourself out there, right? Be seen. You have to be seen out there so that they can actually come to you. It's very important that you optimize your page. If anything you're known for, if you're known for marketing, show it. If you're an affiliate marketer, just like myself, I show it, right? And I get people reaching out to me if I want to like teach them, people that want me to teach them, coach them, because I know I coach students. I've coached over 2,500 students on LinkedIn and Telegram and Facebook in affiliate marketing. So it's something you show yourself, or once you are able to showcase yourself, right? It's as easy as that. One thing that is very, very important is optimizing your LinkedIn. The other is being intentional about it and then showing yourself and be ready. You must be ready to receive this opportunity, right? You must be ready at all time. Let all your posts that goes out, you must vet them very well before they go out. And I think everything is going to be work out. So I think I'm done. So I can be here to answer the questions from yes. Thank you so much. I really appreciate. Thank you, GTC, for having me. Thank you so much.
Oh. Okay, thank you so much, sir. That was short and packed, I must say. Thank you for sharing. If I can recall, you said that we should put ourselves out there, that we should work towards achieving our goals, and we should be known for something. So I'm trying to look down for the questions that they dropped. To use your words. Um, Guys, if you have any questions, please kindly drop as there is still time. Okay, this one from me, since it seems like no one has a question yet. Okay, yes, there's one question. What does LinkedIn impression mean? What does LinkedIn impression mean? That's one question, sir. Can you hear me, sir? Are you there? Mr. Peter, can you hear me? Hello, can you hear me there? Can you respond, please, if you can hear me?
If I get
I asked
you right, you said, what does LinkedIn
LinkedIn impression mean?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Yeah, I'm here.
What
Can you
does
hear me?
LinkedIn impression mean? Yes, loud and clear, sir.
Yes, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Loud and
Yeah,
clear, sir. I can hear you.
LinkedIn impression. I think what the person is trying to say, I think what the person is trying to say is what LinkedIn impression is, right?
Yeah, you
So
are right.
once you make a post, there is the number of views, right? Number of person that must have viewed the post. The impression is just the reach, the number of reach your post, how your post was able to like reach different persons. You understand? So that is like the impression on that particular post. So LinkedIn do the statistics on that particular uh, um, post that you made that
All right.
impressed or got something, you know, went around on LinkedIn. So it's as simple as that.
All right. Thank you, sir. There's another question. How can one leverage the top engagement
Pass the mic
demographic?
on to you. Please continue.
Okay, there's another question, sir. Quickly before you go. How can one leverage the top engagement demographic on LinkedIn for content writing? How can one leverage the top engagement demographic on LinkedIn for content writing? Did you get the question, sir?
Sorry,
Can you hear me, sir? I said, how can one leverage the top? Okay, how can one leverage the top engagement demographic on LinkedIn for content writing? Okay, I'll take the question again. How can
right.
one
So I will
leverage?
just I'm just going to like be brief with that answer, with the answer to that one. To
Yes, I
leverage
would appreciate it.
the number of views or the number of reach, the number of impression, what have you, right? Your There's something called SEO, right? So we can just
Right, I see.
right. So know the word you are using. There must be like a particular word you use frequently on your content, and see how you can also include that to hashtag or to the hashtag for that particular content, right? Make use of that word very well. Let it be on hashtag, and of course, always react on your posts, and also drop a comment on your posts. And then those things also get you more on LinkedIn. Thank you.
All right, sir, we still have a few minutes. I feel we can take one more question. Sir, we still have a few minutes before you go. How can we know the right people to connect with on LinkedIn? How can we know the right people to connect with on LinkedIn? How do we know the right people to connect with on LinkedIn? Can you hear me, Mr. Peter? Oh, there's a serious glitch in the talk. Mr. Peter, you
I'm here.
hear
I'm hearing
me?
everything.
If you
I'm
can
here.
hear
I'm
me,
here.
please respond.
I didn't
All
get the
right.
question. I didn't get the question.
This person asked, how do we know the right people to connect with on LinkedIn?
Please, if you can hear me, I'll prefer you write it on the private chats. At least that's better, so I can just see and then answer the person's question, because I can't hear you very well right now. Thank you.
All right. Okay, let me write it.
Yeah, absolutely. So while she's writing the question, if you're on this call and you are enjoying, or you enjoyed my own section, kindly share the link so people can join and learn how they can optimize their LinkedIn for global opportunities, like how I did mine and how you're also going to do yours. So kindly share the link for better reach. Thank you so much.
I just sent the message to you, sir. I just
Okay,
sent
the question is how can we connect with the right people on LinkedIn? So it's very easy, right? You just need to know one, and that one person can give you thousands of persons, right? So once you know, let's say you are into human resources, or let's say you are a job seeker, you look for one recruiter, right? Once you get to that recruiter, this recruiter is also going to be connected with a lot of persons, right? So it's very easy. From that one person, you try and check the engagement of on his post and see the kind of people he's connected with, and then connect with them. So from one person, you are able to get more than 500 or 1,000, depending on the number of connects that particular person is getting. So you need to get the list of the career kind of people you want to be connected with, and then connect. Of course, you can be open to all, but know your niche. Once you know your niche, you get connected with them, and that's it.
All right. Thank you so much for your time, sir. I do it a lot. I know that we all do. I learned a lot, and I'm still going to go back to it and make my notes. I want to thank you again and again for allowing yourself the privilege to come and speak to
Thank
us.
you.
I don't take it for
Thank you so
granted.
much for
All right. Yes. Thank you very much, sir.
thank
Thank
you so
you.
much. Yeah, thank you everybody.
Yeah. So, guys, we are back again, and we are done with the first round. If you just joined, my name is ORITSELAJU, EJUOMAH, and I'll be your first host for the Global Transformation Conference. Global Transformation Conference 2022, Breaking Limits, Reaching the Peak. So right about now, I'll be introducing the next panel. This lady is a brand ambassador for Sales Ruby and a brand marketer for the J Bottom artistry. She's a multi-potentialite. She's a content writer, a voiceover enthusiast, a fashion model, and a gospel artist with the stage name Duni Sings. Would you please join me to welcome Miss Duni Sings?
Hello. Good evening, everyone.
Hello.
Thank you so much. Can you hear?
Yeah, it's so good to have you here, sis. I'm excited
Yeah,
to have
the
you
pleasure
here.
is all mine.
Okay, since your name is
Same here. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. It's nice having you.
Since your name is Duni Sings, could you please sing for us?
Okay. All right. So I think I have.
Oh, you do?
All
Wow.
right. I think I have a short song for this.
That would be very nice.
Can everyone hear me? All right. So it's time for global relevant, and I won't stop. I find my place at the top, 'cause my dream, my value is high. I don't know if you all heard that short song. It says that my dreams are valid and then my value is so high. So please, and everyone watching me right away, please never ever settle for less, because we are getting globally relevant and then we are going to gain that relevance. So never settle for less. We are reaching the peak and we are going to the top. We're breaking limits. All right. So thank you so much once again, ORITSELAJU. Thank you so much for the introduction and for everything. So, all right, good evening, everyone, once again. My name is OLUWADAMILOLA Elizabeth Oke, or popularly called Duni Sings. All right, so without wasting much of our time, okay, can we all hear me, please? I think everyone can still hear me. All right, thank you. Okay, so without wasting much of our time, I'm going to present to you our next speaker for this glorious and this amazing conference. Okay, this person is, okay, let me say she's amazing. Like, I love her personality, and let me say in the secrets, I am crushing on her. All right, so I'm crushing on her because I just love the way she brings up her content on LinkedIn, most especially. Like, I always look forward to seeing her content. And this evening, she's going to be taking us through a very, very interesting and a very special topic tonight. She's a social media manager, and then she is a LinkedIn brand influencer. Like, she has helped so many brands gain visibility, and also she has helped them to be globally consistent. Like, she's such an amazing personality. I'm sure that I'm not the only one on this table. As soon as you see her, you also be sure what I'm talking about. All right, so this evening she's going to be taking us on the topic roadmap to becoming a brand ambassador, and then hiring the right brand influencer. Actually, I mean the brand influencer, I mean. So all right, so with a great joy in my heart, and then with the round of applause, let me see the round of applause in the chat box, please. Let me see the round of applause. Let me see a round of applause in the chat box as I welcome to take up from me. Can we all hear me, please? All right. Okay.
Can you
Tonia
sing
Vincent. So this is, I'm bringing up stage Tonia Vincent. Welcome,
it? Oh my
Tonia.
God. I'm blushing. I'm blushing really hard. Thank you so much for the introduction. I really appreciate it.
Most welcome.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. Please, can we have you? Thank you
All
for joining
right.
us.
Yeah, for sure. Thank you. All right. Can you hear me? I hope so. Hope you can hear me. All right. Okay. All right. Before we start today, I would like you to know something. I would like you to know that you are an influencer. As far as you wake up every day to write a content, to resonate with your audience, trying to find ways to connect with them, that makes you an influencer. Just because you have not put it out on your headline doesn't mean that you're not making an impact. anyone can be an influencer. Anyone can be an influencer. But the only difference between brand influencer is just that we monetize our own. Like we monetize our influence instead. All right. Don't let anyone define you. No matter what, don't let anyone define you. Even if you don't see the engagement, just be grateful for the impressions. The people that are able to see your content, just be grateful. You are making an impact. Seriously, you are making an impact. Don't limit yourself, because once you started limiting yourself, you just feel like, oh my God, I'm not seeing any engagement. Because of that, you just leave LinkedIn, or maybe because of that, just drop out or on any platform that you are leveraging. No, don't do that. As far as you are writing content, you're on that app alone, you're creating an impact. No matter how the low engagement or any other thing, that shouldn't stop you. That shouldn't limit you. It's time for you to break the limits. Like break the limits. Okay. Past few months, I experienced what most of you are experiencing, the low engagement, the poor post view, and many other things. As a matter of fact, before I joined LinkedIn, someone told me not to join LinkedIn because I will not make it there. Yeah, that person just called me a failure. Like, I cannot make it there no matter what. And I told him that I'll be the best failure that you have to witness. I started my LinkedIn journey. In 2 months, I hit my 5K followers with my own strategy as a social media manager and also a brand influencer. I hit the 5K followers. And ever since then, a lot of things have changed so much for me. I started getting jobs opportunity, started connecting with people, high profile people, like the people have never ever imagined in my life that I will ever connect with. As in connecting with them, not on WhatsApp, not on LinkedIn, sorry, not on LinkedIn, not only on LinkedIn. I connected with them on WhatsApp as well. They view my status, I view their status. Sometimes we just call, you know. So that's the main thing. No matter what you do, don't limit yourself, because once you started limiting yourself, you just feel like you're not making an impact. Because of that, you just drop whatever you are doing. Continue doing your rubbish. No matter what, continue doing your rubbish. That rubbish will surely pay one day. The only thing is that when you're doing your rubbish, continue learning. When you're making a post, continue learning, because you have to learn. As far as you're learning every day, you have to be proud of yourself. The only way you can solve your problem is to acknowledge that you have a problem. I have a problem of speaking. I actually grew up in a village all my life. Like all my life, I've been to Lagos once, and that was 11 years ago. To date, I've not been to Lagos. So everyone just think, okay, Tonia, you're not this. You cannot do this. Like, I don't believe in you. I don't think you can present or do anything. But look at me today. All I did is just to take 2 steps forward to my goals. 2 steps to what I want to achieve. And I'm so proud of where I am today, because every day I keep moving on forward. Even though I'm managing many accounts, both personal and company page, some I've not even put it out on my profile. I've not even put it out on my profile. But I'll still do that so that you get to know me more. Aside that, I'm just so proud of myself that I chose to take that step, just 2 steps forward to my goals. And here I am today speaking with you, trying to create more impact in other people's life as well. All right, let's hop in on our topic today, the roadmap to becoming a brand influencer. Brand influencing requires you to put in the work of establishing yourself as a person of authority. You have to be a person of authority. That's what brand influencing means. If you want to be an influencer, you have to be an authority within that field that you are. Within that field, you have to make yourself a person of authority, a giver of value. Give value to people. It pays. You all know my words. I always say to people that create impact and the world will reward you. So no matter what, keep creating impact and the world will reward you. And you don't really have to just come up on any platform trying to sell with people. Like, nobody knows you. Before anyone will buy from you, they have to know you and trust you. They have to know you and trust you. You have to show them your face. Use your pictures. Last year, I took my last card. I'm serious about it because I've always tried to develop myself. I pay for classes. You know, even some of them don't work out for me. I remember paying someone 40K for SEO this in classes, but it didn't work out well for me. If you check my profile, you will not see anything like SEO there. I dropped, like, I changed my approach. I'm so happy. I'm so happy that I'm here today. I showed the right path. And like I said earlier, for you to really start, you have to acknowledge your problem. But understand that your problems doesn't make you less of a person. It does not make you less of a person. It does not determine who you will be in 5 years or a year or even a month. You can change. Everything is in here. It's all in your mind. It starts from this mind. So once you started thinking, filling your mind with negative thoughts, you can never achieve anything. You will never achieve anything. So with that being said, let's go to our topic, how to influence your brand. I'll teach you how to influence your brand. The first place to start when it comes to branding is to find your niche. As a brand influencer, I have a niche. Come close, let me tell you something. I don't influence finance brand. I don't do that. So as an influencer or anybody, whatever thing, whatever skill you are just doing online, you must have a niche. Don't focus everywhere. You cannot be here and there at the same time. You should find your own niche. If you cannot do it, then you can ask someone to help you. But before you do that, you have to start by finding your passion. Because I believe that someone said, I don't think I really have passion for anything. It's a lie. There must be something hidden in your life that you don't know about. Just because you are too lazy, you don't want people to see you as maybe as a problematic person, or maybe that you cannot do this, that you're not perfect. You don't have to be perfect. Waiting on perfection, you can never achieve anything. If you keep on waiting for you to be perfect on something before you will start, you will never achieve that. And take it from me, I'm so serious. I've been there. Just that, oh my God, I really thank my stars that had it been, I did not just say to just move and do what I want to do, I would not be here with you guys. I would have been one of those people that's just drop out from, just leave LinkedIn. But like I said, though, just say this thing because someone said to me, was it last week, that seems like I have known something about LinkedIn before joining LinkedIn. I don't know anything about LinkedIn. I only got to know about LinkedIn from Google's pop-up. I got to know about LinkedIn from there. I was actually looking for a dating site here. I'm actually looking for a dating site because this country is so hard. I have to just do something for myself. So that's when LinkedIn popped up. I just decided to just check it out and know how it works. What's this? I was LinkedIn. That's how I started. Just checked it out. And the training, everything about it, the professional network where you can get jobs and every other thing. I said, okay, I don't have a skill. Let me just start. I started LinkedIn. I don't have anything on my headline. I don't have anything, not even the influencer or LinkedIn brand influencer. What you are seeing on my headline right now, I don't have it. I had content writer, email marketer, SEO content writer. The things that I don't even know anything about it. Like, I don't know anything about it. So that's how I started. I think I started my LinkedIn journey November or maybe October, ending of October, something like that. Yeah, that's when I started LinkedIn. So, and I started with all these things. But I know that I'm not doing well. A client will give me a job. I know that I cannot do this job. I'll just outsource it. I'll just give it to someone else. I'll just tell that person, no, I cannot do this. I cannot do this. So I said to give myself time. 3 good months. I said to give myself time. I started doing, making research. And that is by finding my own niche. What is it that I like talking about? That is the first thing that I ask myself, because you need to know yourself before you know your audience. There's no way that you can influence or maybe somebody that you don't know. You have to know yourself. What are your favorite ways to communicate? To thing hidden. So you just have to unlock it. What are your favorite ways to communicate with people? Are you somebody that maybe you are good with well, okay, you speak polished English, like you like talking, video, maybe all these things. Maybe you can just start from there. It's not much you write content. That's how I started my journey. Started learning started learning how to create content. I applied for classes and it worked out well for me. But not as a content writer. I just changed my approach. I'm not really ashamed of anything, because you can never know anything. So I have to just call a friend, Goodness or dear Kasumtosh. Goodness, thank you so much for being the best thing that have ever happened to me. So I have to call Goodness. She's a career mentor. I told her my fear and everything. I just opened up to her as a friend. She's my friend. So I told her everything. This is what I'm passing through. This is what I've been through. I don't know whether if I can do this content writing, all this stuff. She said, oh my God, girl, you have, like, the way you manage your account, I think that you do well with other people's account. I said, are you sure? Like, I don't even know anything about content management. You can apply for a course. I said, okay, let me give it a try. That's when my journey started. And I'm someone that, when I started as a social media manager and also LinkedIn brand because so many people told me to just channel my energy on something like affiliate marketing. But I don't have to be an affiliate marketer for me to survive. I don't have to be an affiliate marketer. So I just focus on one thing. You don't have to be everywhere. Focus on one thing. As a social media manager, currently I'm learning email marketing. You can learn complementary skills. Complementary skills in the things that you have already. You can learn the complementary skills there and develop yourself. Personal development is very, very good. It's very important for everyone. All right, let's go back to the topic. Finding your niche is very important. But before you find your niche, acknowledge your problems. Don't hide your problems. If you have problem with writing, acknowledge it. And once you find your niche, it's very, very good, because finding your niche means that you don't have to be doing this, doing that. If you want to focus, as a social media manager, I manage fintech. I'm really good with fintech. Like, I'm learning fintech, healthcare. Those are the only two brands that I would like to just channel my energy, like just focus on. So you don't have to be everywhere. You don't have to be here, striving. What are you looking for? I so much believe in creating a river of income, to streams of income. Create a river of income. Like, God, you know what that means? A river of income, not a streams of income. You have to focus one place so that people will know you for this. Who is Tonia Vincent? Oh, Tonia Vincent is a LinkedIn brand influencer and a social media manager. As a social media manager, I offer those skills. As a social media manager, I can offer my clients influencing marketing. Influencer marketing, sorry. So you don't have to be everywhere. That's one thing about finding your niche. You really need to know where you want to be. Where will I want to be? Which niche will I like to choose on? Will I work with fintech, edutech, travel, food, nutrition, just healthcare, many things. There are many niches. You just have to just check and know the one that you fit in. Another thing is choose your social media platform. It is very beneficial for you to choose a social media platform that best fits your niche and your target audience. I told someone said to me that, so why are you not on, okay, I opened Instagram on March. Someone said, so now why are you not on Instagram? Why are you're just LinkedIn? I said, oh my God, on 1st January, I deleted my Facebook accounts and Instagram accounts. Reason is because I want to focus on somewhere. I want to focus on LinkedIn. I believe so much that LinkedIn will change my life. And yes, just exactly as I predicted, it's happening already. It's happening already because I earn from the comfort of my home. So you don't have to be everywhere. Before you join any platform, your niche, have to choose that, your niche. Then your target audience, make sure that the place you are going, your target audience are there. As an influencer, as a social media manager, once I bought the clients, I'll ask you, okay, what is it? What are you doing? Like, you have a target audience, you just list it out for me. If you have a range, because some people do have age range, and that's one thing that most people don't know. if you're selling turkey gown and you want people to buy it, you now look for somebody like me that don't have money. No, now just go to, you can join LinkedIn. Even if you're selling, does not mean you can join LinkedIn, export contacts, connect with your audience off LinkedIn, connect with them. You can just show them, this is what I do, this is what I do. Compliment people, tell them how they look, how their content have really changed your life, have everything. Just do it, and do it a minute, not just doing it for just because you want to sell. No, do it a minute. So choose your social media platform. It's very, very important. It's not a must to be on LinkedIn. If LinkedIn does not work for you, then change. Find app that really works so well for you. The app that you love, yes, but everyone can be on LinkedIn. You can learn. I believe so. You can learn. If I can do it, why not? You can do it. You just have to learn. Motivation. I know that you are motivated right now, but motivation comes and goes. Discipline stays forever. That's one thing that you don't know. You just feel like, okay, oh God, I'm so motivated. I would just like to be here and do this and do that. Before you know it, 1 month, you just get tired. Mature that your motivation into discipline. Just mature it into, let it grow into discipline. Know that you have to show up every day. I have to do this every day, and you see yourself doing it. You get used to it. That's the main thing. You get used to it. You just start. You have started already. You get used to it. So, like I said, you don't have to be here and there at the same time. Choose a platform that works for you, and whatever it is you're doing in that platform, be of value. No matter what you are doing, be of value. If you join any platform, if you want to sell, all you have to do is just open a company page, put out all your goods or the things that you want it to be there, put it out all there. Then use your personal brand to catch the big fish. Once you make a post, you can tag your company page there. But make sure you are giving value. Don't just start writing, clinical, buy from me, do this from me, do this from me. No, you don't have to do that. Offer value. If you're a hair seller, tell people how to import hairs. Educate people. Information is very, very, very good. Educate people so that they'll know you for this. Once they want to buy hair, they'll recommend you, or maybe their friend wants to buy hair, they'll recommend you, of course, because they feel like, oh God, this girl is an expert. Many people, the jobs that I have today, like the things that I do today, many people recommended me. Like, they just be like, Tonia is really good with branding. I've talked about branding a lot, branding and marketing. If you're really good, like if you are visiting my page, if you are on my page, you notice that. And also motivation, because you have to go with, if you're starting out on any platform, go with motivation. Try to know your audience pain points and motivate them. Know their pain points and motivate them. That will make them attached to you. It will make them attached to you, because after reading your post, they'll just feel like, oh my God, this is so good. They'll just feel so good. They'll just feel like, oh my God, this girl can really make me feel this way. Then for that, I'll always go to her page to listen to whatever that she has to say. So you just have to do it for your own brand. Do it for yourself. Then another thing is for you to develop a content strategy. Like I said earlier, everyone is unique. You have to know your favorite way to communicate. You have to know your favorite way to communicate. If you really like video content, then focus on video content. You can just do it both ways. If you like LinkedIn, but LinkedIn is so hard for you to navigate, you can learn and then focus on video content on other platforms that are for video content, because each platform have the content that they move with. Like you can focus on YouTube for video content or Instagram for video content. Then you can use LinkedIn, Facebook to do your write-ups and every other thing. So it is not a must you will write. It is not a must that you write. You can learn. Content development is very, very good. If you want to emphasize your content development, is very, very good. But if you're really good with content show, like you're good with content show, you can really present yourself, do a lot of video that's really attract people, then why not do it? Another thing is decide the format of your contacts, because it will help you to stay focused. if you decide that, okay, I would like to do this content, I would like to be I would like to write to my audience every day. I would like to write to them every day, or maybe I'd like to do a video or reel maybe 1 or 2 times in a week. Is that very okay? It's very okay. Another thing is consistency. Be consistent in whatever you are doing. Be consistent. How consistent are you? How consistent are you in building your brand, your personal brand especially? Personal brand is very powerful. It's very, very powerful. How consistent are you? Posting every day is good, and I know that's your challenge. Posting every day because you don't really know how to create a content, or maybe have a content ideas. All you have to do, I'll tell you one thing, one secret. Don't use it against me, because your girl is really trying so hard to, like, how will I put it? I don't know how to put it, but whichever way. So all you have to do, the best way for you to create content, this is what I do, and I would just like to share it with you, is read comments. Read people's comments, especially posts that that have a lot of engagement. Read comments. Just carry your book, read comments, jot things down. There are people that their comments are really mind-blowing. I don't know if anyone have noticed that. There are comments that are really mind-blowing, like just be like, oh my god, what is this? Just try it. Try this thing I'm saying. Just try it. Read comments. Read comments. Once you're reading comments, jot out meaningful things. Be able to create content. Then after reading comments and writing down things, then you have to just like give it a voice, your own voice. Give it a voice. You make research, give it your own voice, the way that you like it to flow, the way that you like people to understand it and do everything. If you're really fighting with being consistent, because I have been there. There are days that I lack creativity. Like I don't even if I have a content idea, I don't know which directions to go with certain ideas. But all you have to do is just to keep learning, keep creating contents. Don't stop, no matter what. Don't stop. No matter what, don't stop. Then if you have a problem, reach out to people. If people around think that maybe the question you're asking is so silly or something, those silly questions that you're asking is something that's the same silly thing that they know from someone. So don't be ashamed of it. That's one thing I would say. Don't be ashamed to ask questions. It doesn't make you less of a person. Everybody have their own problem. So another thing is be authentic. Be authentic. If you haven't following me, I've just been like writing everything about me, telling people about me. This is what I do. I'm a copper. I do this. I'm managing my life. I'm doing that. I'm at Taraba. I'm doing this. Just be authentic. Be yourself. You don't have to be anyone else. You don't really have to start posting like everyone. Be unique. Find your own unique way. Observation is very, very good. When you observe something, you can create content from there. Daily observation is very, very good. That's one of my best things. That's one of my best skills. Like, oh my God, I make a lot of content from observing the things around me. So you can start like, just it's a gradual process. Before you know, you just learn it. You'll be so perfect. So, and another thing is that you need to make sure you're sharing your own thoughts and not other people's. Being authentic, you need to make sure you're sharing your own thoughts. People are attracted and loyal to unique and authentic voice. If you have an authentic voice, people will be so loyal to your brand, to you and your brand. They will always come true for you. Another thing is to help people. Help people. Even before anybody starts, getting tags, mention, and every other thing on LinkedIn, I do help people a lot. Even before I post my first class on my community, the LinkedIn stars. Before I do that, I've been doing a lot of things. Like I do help people whenever they ask questions. And one of the best things that I do on LinkedIn is to help people with hashtags. Some of you are really good with hashtag, like relevant hashtag. But your problem is that you don't want to help people because you just feel like that person would be, I don't know, but it's very, very good for you to help people with your own skill. Like, I'm really good with hashtag research. So once I make a hashtag on this industry, whenever I see any content that is related to that, I will just put the hashtag here. And I can say I'm really proud. Like, I can say that I've helped a lot of content brand get visible by doing so. Some people do reach out to me. They just be like, oh my God, Tonia, why did you put that hashtag on my post? I just be like, oh my God, girl, but just helping you, because I know that for me, that's what it means to root for someone. Not just say I'm rooting for you and you do not root for them and root through your actions, not through your words. If you said you're rooting for your followers or maybe your audience, then you should just help them as well. Help them to achieve their goals. They'll always come true for you, believe me. They will always come true for you. Another thing is engaging with your audience. Engagement is very, very good. Engaging with your audience. Once they comment, this is what I do. Once my audience or any of my follower or friends comments on my post, whenever I'm replying that post, whenever, maybe be anytime, because I'm always busy, jobs and every other time. So whenever I'm replying that post, I'll click to engage on your post. I don't have to reply your post. I'll just click to engage on your post. As I'm replying that post, I'll just click on. And it's very, very good for you to reply comments because your audience or your followers or friends, they feel so connected to you because you always give them listening ears. Like, you always listen to them. It only shows you replying to comments shows that you are always there for them. Like, you listen to them, so they'll always engage and come true for you. Another thing I'm going to talk about is growing your network. Your network is your net worth. And I know that many people have that problem of connecting with people. As in many people, they really have that problem of chatting with someone. They don't really know how to do with that, like connecting with them. I'll give you a tips. This is free. Yeah, take it from a social media manager. Once you see anyone that you're in sight with, like you really want to connect with this person, and maybe that person have a great profile, this big profile. All you have to do is just to go to their profile, visit their profile, go to their previous post. I'm not saying likes is actually good, but go to their previous post, like 20 posts, 20 or 10, but make sure that once that person log in on LinkedIn or whatever platform, that person will just be wowed. They will just be like, oh my God, what's happening? Who is this person? That person will just check you out. It's very, very good. That's how you connect with people. They just feel like, who is this person that clicks on my page, that engage on my previous, this person. Yeah, oh my God, it takes a lot of time, but that's how to start. That's how, okay, let me just say this. I actually grew many people think that I grew my 5K followers 2 months. That's a lie. I grew to 4K followers in 3 weeks. I grew 4K followers in 3 weeks. Every day, I'm so serious. Every day I connect with 100 plus people. Connection, not followers. I don't know how many followers, but I know that I'm getting more followers every day. So I connect with people 100 plus every day. Using this strategy that I just shared to you, liking people's previous posts, it takes time, but it works so perfect. Through that way, you save your connection, this thing. I don't know. LinkedIn giveaway connection, sending a connection. Through that, you will not send that connection request. You save it for people that you want to maybe still want to connect with. That's how I do my own. That's how sometimes, and when I started doing it, I got used to it. Sometimes I don't even remember to send that connection request to people. Like I don't remember to send that connection request to people. And it's very, very good. Stop sending that connection request to people that does not want to connect with you, that doesn't know you. They don't know you, they don't like to connect with you because they don't know you. So all you have to do is just to go to the previous post, like 10 or 20 of their posts. They'll be wowed. They'll be, oh my God, what was this? That's how to shock them. That's how to attract them. From there, you start talking. Okay, another thing you have to do is, when I started on LinkedIn, I call it connection book. I will just list, I do make a list of like 100 people to connect with every day. 100 people to connect with every day. Like no matter what, I make sure that I connect, like I comment on their posts. That's what I meant by connect. Like I always drop comments on their posts every day. And those people are really consistent in whatever they're doing on LinkedIn. So I just write down the names, and every day I shake them out. Some I know the time that they normally drop their post, so I'll just write it there so that when that time reaches, I'll just check it out. I'll just check it out to know what's happening, or maybe whether if that person really drop any post today. And if that person did not drop any post, I'll just reach out to the person. I'll just be like, oh my God, I checked out on you and you did not drop any post. That's how to connect with people. It takes time, but it works.
All right.
It works so well. It's really worked out for me, like 100%. And I'm so happy. I'm so happy because, and since then I have shared this strategy
Tonia,
with a lot of people. As of last week or last 2 weeks, I got a job because of this. Yes, actually, there's a man that in UK, United States, I just went to his previous post and clicked. I don't even know, it's like 20 or 25, I don't know. Well, he just called me. I was so surprised. Like, would not even say hi or hello on LinkedIn. He called me, collected my number on LinkedIn, and he gave me a call. I was like, hello, who am I on to? Please, I know this is a foreign number, so I have to just, just shake my distance, my voice. So I'm like, hello, who am I on to? Please. And he said, oh my God, Tonia,
thank you,
you are amazing.
Thank you so much.
I was like, who are you? He said, you just clicked on my previous post. Like, I'm wowed. I would like to know you. Who are you? Please, can you send your CV? From there, I got a job. I'm working with him already. Even the funniest part is that the email marketing class I'm taking, he paid for it. Yeah, he paid for it. Like, I'm so surprised he paid for it. So that's how you start.
Amazing.
You don't know who will help you. You don't know who will help you. You just have to be a giver of value and not just a receiver. If you're really finding it difficult to create content, you can start by reading people's comments. Don't just read posts and just comment and go. Read comments. That's where the real thing is. Like, you get a lot of ideas there. Read comments. Try and know the people, their problems. From there, you can know maybe if you have someone that is also within your industry, like that, that does the same thing with you. All you have to do is just to, if they have a lot of engagement, follow the post, read comments. From there, you can find out the problem that people are facing. Those people are also your audience. So you just have to find out what are their pain points, the problem that you're facing. From there, you can just write it down, do a research on it, and know how to solve that problem. And whenever you make your next post, it will surely go viral. Just try it out, give it a try. So I said that if you want to hire a LinkedIn brand influencer, all you have to do is just to check that person's. For me, I do check audience base. That's the first thing that I do check. I know that my audience base. I'm growing and I'm happy because as I'm growing and I'm learning every day. So once you want to connect, you can just check their audience base and connect with them. That's the first thing. Because many people do buy followers these days. Tonia. I don't know how true it is, whether if they do it on LinkedIn, but I know that things like that happen. So once you and also find out their niche. their niche. Why not ask that person, hello, please, lady or sir, what's your niche? So that you'll be sure that you guys are on the same page. Like that person is the person that you are looking for. So I think my time is up. So I don't know. Can anyone hear me? Oh my God. Like I'm talking to myself. Hello, can anyone hear me? Oh, I don't know whether if you can hear me, but I'm just telling you right now. No matter what you are doing on any platform, be
Tonia,
a giver of value. It pays. It pays because people will start seeing you as an expert, as an authority within that field. It's very important. No matter what you're doing, be a giver of value. Offer people volunteer in
wow.
organizations to build a professional CV. No matter what you do, if you're a content writer, volunteer. Yes, volunteer in organization. Help them achieve their goals. You can send out a proposal to any organization that you like to work with or volunteer. Send out a proposal to tell them that you are this person and would like to volunteer. If you are targeting to work in a foreign country, maybe US, then search for US companies and volunteer as well. Like for example, me, I'm targeting there as well. So I do a lot of volunteers. I do help organizations achieve their goals. For me, it's not about the pay. Build a professional CV. Try and do it like 1 year, if possible, or maybe 6 months. But the future is very expensive. The future is very expensive. The future you will be so proud of you because you did the right thing when you were supposed to do it. Volunteer in achieve their goals. Then you put it out on your LinkedIn profile. LinkedIn is just a CV now. LinkedIn can land you any jobs. So,
All right. Thank you. Tonia, can you hear me, please? Hello, Tonia.
can anyone hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, Tonia. Please, can you hear me?
Okay.
Yeah, thank you so
Please,
much.
if you
That was
have any questions.
amazing. Yeah,
So
wow, that's an amazing.
that's the best thing that's the best thing. So you have
All
to
right, thank you so
keep your
much,
heads up.
Sonia. Can you
If
hear me?
someone said you're not good
All
at
right.
it, you said okay, just is a normal word. Like it's not making you and that person to fight. So you just said okay. Then
All
from
right,
that
Sonia,
okay,
can you hear me,
reach
please?
out to someone
Can
that
you hear
really
me?
wants to help you. Once you ask somebody for help and that person not feel like helping you, reach out to another person. Move on to the next person that would love to help you. And sometimes not every help is free. Let me say this, not every help is free. Some you have to pay, but it will to be something good, the best thing that you do to yourself. So no matter what you do.
All right, Tonia, thank you so
So
much. Can you hear me, please, Tonia?
optimize your LinkedIn profile. It's very, very important. Optimize your LinkedIn profile is very important. So all right, I think I just found all right, all right. Okay, I can see your comments right now. Oh my God. So I'm so happy. I'm so happy to be here. This is my first speaking engagement. Not like
Oh,
it's my first speaking engagement, and
thank
I'm
you
so
so much.
happy.
Our time
I'm so happy. I'm
very,
so happy
very,
to be
very
here.
fast
Thank you guys.
spent.
Thank you for coming through for me as well. And I hope you got value. And I hope so. So any help with optimizing, like getting your profile starting. Here, one more thing. Please, go to your profile on your creators mode. Many of you don't have that on your creators mode. Your creators mode is very, very important. Your creators mode is very important. Your talks about, that's where you display who you are
All
on
right, all
LinkedIn.
right.
Your talks
Tonia,
about.
can you
And
please
those
hear me?
hashtags of
Please,
the thing, they're
I don't
not
know if you
just
can.
there
Can
for
you hear me, please?
fancy. They're just for something good. Like use the keywords. If you're really good at talking about, okay, just for example, I'm really good at talking about branding. Like, anyway, I'm from Neri, so if you really know about, if you know anything about Neri people, you know that, oh God, you'll not be surprised to know that. But I like talking about branding. So instead of me putting brand, you can do a hashtag research. Hashtags are clickable, like you can click on it to know how many people are following it. And also don't use outdated hashtags, use relevant hashtags. Hashtags that are working on your industry to get engagement, to reach to a wider audience.
Tonia,
Use
thank you so
hashtag to
much.
reach
Thank
a
you
wider
so
audience.
much. I don't know if you can
So you
hear
can
me, but
just
our time
create
is
your
fast
own
spent. I wish we can
hashtag.
continue.
You can create your hashtag if you want to. You can create it even if you have one follower or
Wow.
1K follower, anything. You can create it anytime. My hashtag. First, yeah,
All
first
right.
January
That
or
was an
something.
amazing section.
And I'm really
Our
good.
time is
Like, I'm so
very,
happy.
very, very
So
fast
you
spent.
can just
I
create
know she
for
has lots more.
whatever
I
you.
don't think we can even take any question for now because as in another speaker has to come up. So please, I would love to introduce our next facilitator as this section has actually come to an end. I'm so sorry if you cannot take your question because our time has really, really gone. So I'll be introducing to us another facilitator this night. He is a nursing student of the Ladoke Akintola University and is also the founding member of Student on LinkedIn and also the campus ambassador for Cowrywise. Please help me to welcome OLADOTUN AJAYI as they come up. OLADOTUN, are you there? OLADOTUN, is OLADOTUN there? All right, I think OLADOTUN is not available at the moment. Okay. All right. All right, thank you so much once again, Tonia. Like, I got so many values, and even if I cannot remember anything, I remember that create impact and the world will reward you. I'm sure so many people gained a lot, and our notes are already full because mine is already full. And I'm so sorry we cannot take any question. So sorry, our time is really, really fast spent, but you can actually get your questions across to Tonia, and then we will send you the feedback. We send you the feedback very soon. So sorry. Is OLADOTUN here? Please. So sorry. We have to just wait a little bit more for to, but I think we can still, okay. All right. All right, so okay, let me read some comments right now for Tonia. Like, thank you so much, Tonia, so much value. Yeah, so much value that we couldn't even we didn't want to end it. Personally, I was enjoying everything, but because of our time, we have to just round up. Okay, Tonia, it's good to have you. Wow. Same here. It's such a pleasure to have her on here. And one says you've gone high and we enjoyed it. Yeah, we enjoyed every bit of what she said tonight, and I really enjoyed it so much. And okay, Sensei, you're really amazing, Tonia. Yeah, she's amazing. She's full of value. Yeah, she is full of value. Yeah. All right. So many value tonight. Say your next get what? Yeah, true. Say root for others through your actions. All right. Wonderful comment so far. So I think OLADOTUN AJAYI is here with me once again. Let's welcome OLADOTUN upstage as it brings up the next speaker. OLADOTUN, can you hear me, please?
Yes, I can. I can. Can you hear me too? Can anyone hear me?
All right, you're welcome. Thanks for joining
Thank you
us.
very much.
Over to you, please.
Yeah.
All right, over to you, please. Thank
All
you.
right. Thank you very much. Good evening, everyone. I hope you're enjoying our session on here. And thanks to Tonia for the top-notch value she just
Okay,
delivered. It was
so
so
Dotun, I was
amazing.
actually
Like
saying
I gained
something
a lot
about,
of
all
value
right.
from what she just presented.
Yeah,
So
it's
thanks
nice
so
having you
much to
here.
Tonia. All right, right now I'll be introducing our next speaker, and his name is
Okay.
Chikaodi Emmanuel. So Chikaodi Emmanuel is a certified sales and customer service professional with an extensive experience in real estate, modern technology, and the automobile sector. He's passionate about helping organizations and companies make well-informed decisions, meet sales targets, record increase in profits, retaining existing customers while scouting for new ones, and ensuring relevance in dynamic market. He's a business owner and a resilient salesman, a storyteller and a content creator who helps businesses sell physically and more importantly online. So let's welcome Sir Chikaodi Emmanuel in the comment section with the clapping emoji as we receive from him. Can we welcome Chikaodi Emmanuel? Can we drop our emojis in the comment section, please? To welcome Sir Chikaodi Emmanuel. Yeah, let's keep dropping our clapping emoji to welcome Sir Chikaodi Emmanuel. Yeah, let's keep them coming. Let's keep them coming. Yeah, let's keep them coming. Let's keep them coming till it joins. So he's going to be speaking on the topic building a global brand, and he's going to be talking on 7 proven ways to build a global brand. So let's keep our clapping emojis coming till it joins. Let's keep them coming till it joins. Okay, it seems he's having some network glitches, but let's just keep being expectant till he joins the live meeting. Let's just keep on clapping till he joins too.
Hello, hello, can you hear me? Thank you, Davies. Thank you, Fidel. Thank you, Josephine. Thank you. I can see your messages. Thank you. Those of us joining from LinkedIn. Thank you so much for being here. Hello, Sarah. Glad to know you can hear me. Hello, Promise. Hello, OLUWADAMILOLA. I can see your messages. Keep them coming. Okay. Give me 1 minute just to confirm. All right. So basically, yeah, we've got a bunch of people online now. Let's talk. Let's chat. I'm super excited to be here. I'm super glad to be here, and it's nice to connect with all of you. First of all, I want to commend every one of you that is here. I want to commend you that have taken time from your busy schedule. Some of you probably have some other things you've got to do, but you made time to be here. I want to commend all of you. It actually shows you take your personal brand seriously, or you want to take it seriously, either your personal brand or your business brand. You want to do something fantastic about it. You want to take it to the next level, and I'm super glad to have this conversation with you on how we can build a global brand, right? And I'm super sure that before now, you guys should have had other conversations around why it's important to build a personal brand, benefits of building a personal brand. Right now, we just want to go into details on how you can do that. In simple and real terms, how can you do it? Personal or business brand is something all of us we've been hearing for a while, for years, and sometimes it confuses us. We've been hearing about it. How do we do it? Where do we start? What do we do? If probably we've been building our brand already, what are some of the things we can do to take it to the next level? And these are some of the things we want to discuss this evening. All right, so straight to the point, we want to talk about 7 things in specifics on what we can do to build our personal brand. What should we do? What are some steps we need to take to build a solid brand, a brand that is not just local but global? That's basically what today's discussion is all about. I want to shy away from calling it a talk. That's why I'm using the phrase discussion. Yeah. So first of all, what is important? What's the first thing we have to actually do when to build a personal brand, right? I'm sure of us are job years. Some of us are experts in whatever we are doing. Research the market. We have to review. You are currently in. You need to understand what is obtainable in different regions. Information that is one-sided. You want to give them a balanced information and keep yourself abreast of what is happening in your industry. So number one thing we must have in mind when building a personal brand, or when we want to build a personal brand, is for us to research the market. The second thing we want to do when we want to build a global brand. Oh, I hear some people say that the audio is breaking. I just want to be sure. Is it okay now? I want to be sure you can hear me. All right. So the first thing we talked about is the need for us to research our market. We don't want to give our audience, or we don't want to build a brand that will be giving information that is one-sided. We don't, remember, you're building a global brand. And because of that, you must feed information that is balanced. How people in Africa might see certain things might be different from how people in Asia, North America, Europe might see. So you want to be able to give information that is balanced so that someone from another continent doesn't see it and get misinformed. And the way you pass your message also tells a lot about your brand, right? Certain lingo has to be avoided if it's offensive in other regions of the world. That is number one thing we need to give attention. The second thing we have to give attention when building our global brand is to ensure that we build our products or adjust our product for the market, right? Now, because you're building a global brand, you don't want to build a market that is boxed in one continent. Of course, it is important that you start local. You cannot build a global brand without starting local. You have to start local and think global, right? You start local and think global. But while you're starting local, now the third thing we must give attention to is something we call strategic positioning, right? Strategic positioning. This is super important if we want to build a global brand. And that is the third point we want to briefly touch on. The first one was researching our market. The second one was building our product for the market. Your market is no longer local, it is going global. So you have to build it to capture different audiences in different regions or continents. The third one right now is developing your strategic position. For you to be able to capture a global audience, you have to be able to position your brand very well, right? Give customers a reason for them to try your product or services. Be on all social media platforms, even though you might not be active in all of them. They should not look for your personal or business brand on LinkedIn and it's missing. They should not look for it on Facebook and it is missing. They should not look for it on Twitter and it is missing. They should not look for it on Instagram and it is missing. They should not even look for it on TikTok and it is missing. Right? Your audience need to connect with you from different channels, and that is super important for you to build a global brand. That is what we call strategic position very well. And your audience, where you can find more of your audience, should actually be where you give more attention. If you think more of your target audience is on LinkedIn, give LinkedIn more attention, but also be visible in other channels, right? If you think your audience is more on Twitter, give Twitter more attention, but also be visible on other channels. That helps you to position your brand very well. The fourth thing we want to talk about briefly is expanding your offering, right? Expand your offerings. What I mean by offerings is what you are presenting, what you are selling. Expand it. Have a couple of products. If you're selling one product, have supplementary or alternative products interrelated. If you're a copywriter, maybe you can learn SEO. Maybe you can learn content marketing, content creation. All of them are interrelated. Try to offer more than one service or product. This helps you capture more audience in the market. And that is the fourth one. The fifth one now is something we call translations. You have to be aware of translations. Because people in different regions think differently, they might translate your message in a different way, right? And because of this, you must be able to use certain messages that are generally accepted, right? A particular brand changed its name recently, right? A transportation company, actually, a Nigerian startup, changed its name recently. Why did they change their name? They changed their name because they were going global. The first name they had a different meaning in another part of Africa. It meant something not so good, right? So because of that, they changed the name. So you see, things like this actually affects a brand that is being seen on a global scale. So you need to be aware of translations. You need to be able to use phrases that some people in other parts of the world would not find offensive. Research very, very well on the name you've adopted. Research very well on certain things you might use that is associated with your brand, even your brand slogan. The number 6 thing we want to talk about that will help you build a global brand is your competitors, right? Even if you're starting small, you need to be able to study those people that have already built a global brand. These people would help you to be able to stand out when you're building your own brand, right? So it helps you basically. You're not the only person that is trying to build a global brand. Other people have been able to do that very well over time. Study them. Watch how they do it. Investigate them basically, right? Then you could know how you present your own product or your own service, right? This helps you to sell and properly refine your competitive advantage, right? Understand what your product is offering that we want to briefly discuss on when building a global brand. You have to be able to understand how your customers behave in different parts of the localities, right? Understand what would appeal to them. What appeals to your customers in Africa might be different from what appeals to your customers in Europe. Study customer behavior. Study how your customers in different regions buy that kind of product that you're offering, right? Study the kind of things that they would love to hear about. And these things they are peculiar to each continent or each region. So let's give a recap on what we've talked about, the 7 points we've discussed. The number one was researching the market. You cannot build a global brand without researching your market. That is the first thing you should do. Now, after we discussed on researching the market, the second point we talked about, I'm summarizing, okay? The second point we talked about was on the need for us to adjust or build a product that fits the market or the network you have. Build a product that fits the market you are targeting, right? The third thing we talked about was developing your strategic position. You need to be able to be visible in all platforms. Of course, you might not be active in all of them, but ensure that when they search for you in all platforms, they will be able to see you. And when you're positioning, you need to be able to portray and offer to your customers the problem you are solving and the benefits of your unique solution. Remind them always of the benefits of your solution. The fourth point we talked about was expanding your offering. Try as much as possible not to offer one product, right? Offer 2 or 3 supplementary products. The market always changes. So when you're expanding your offering, you stand a better chance of surviving when the market forces changes. Now, the fifth point we talked about was on the need of translation, right? I use a typical example of a company that changed its name recently. It's a Nigerian startup that changed its name because the initial name they had, which a lot of people knew them by, had a not so good meaning in some parts of Africa, which they might be expanding into. And because of that, they had to adjust their name. So beware of translations. How people see a particular phrase or word might be different from how other people say it. You might just stick to common English words that are quite understandable globally. The sixth point we talked about is on the need for us to watch our competitors closely. We need to study our competitors, find out the flaws in their products, and see if we can improve on those flaws in our own products. See if there are ways they are not doing so well that we can leverage on to get a better share of the market. The 7 points we talked about was on the need for us to research customer behavior. Customer behavior changes always. Customer behavior changes. So you may need to understand how customers buy, what influences their behavior, the season that your product or service actually does better in, and this will help you to offer a more complete product that will be accepted globally. Remember, start local. You cannot build a global brand without starting local. So start local and think global. I'll be able to take questions now so that we can wrap up. Questions, please. Any questions? Any questions? Are you guys there? So if you're there, please type something on the chat box. Let me be sure you can hear me. And please drop your questions, or if there's a particular point you need me to buttress on, kindly go ahead to drop it in the chat box. I'll be looking through the chat box so that I'll be able to answer your questions. Questions. I
This was a
expect
very, very
questions.
yes, sir. I'll be asking questions now. Thank you very much for the session, sir. We gained a lot, sir. So I would like to ask everyone to drop their questions in the chat box, but I would like to ask one question here first before we start reading other people's question. All right, so sir, how do you track demographics in the market?
Good question. Good question. Now, it depends on the kind of products you're selling, right? If it's a small business where you must practically do everything yourself, right? You should be able to leverage on your analytics, right? Facebook has analytics. It gives you your marketing based on your if you're marketing with Facebook ads, it gives you an analytics of how your product is performing. But before you give attention to the analytics of how your product is performing in the market, if you're selling a product online, you must have done your research to understand that, okay, these are the area I'm targeting, the geographical locations I'm targeting. This will help you to get the best out of whatever effort you're making in marketing your product, right? So depending on the kind of product you're selling, if you're selling a product basically from your website, now you need to be able to give attention to the analytics of your website, right? You need to be able, if you work with a digital marketer, they need to be able to extract data from your analytics every day or every week. This helps you understand that people from this region are interested in your brand more. For example, if you're running an e-commerce store whereby you're selling things like clothes and bags and shoes, right? And you notice that every week people from let's say London, 50% of your website visitors are from London. It means one thing, you're getting a lot more viewers from people in London. So you might need to be able to give a little more attention to that demographic, that region. Google also can tell you, if you're marketing with Google Ads and via your website, can also give you demographics on the age range of people that are visiting your platform. If it's people between 30 to 35 that constitutes like 60% of your audience, then you should know that these are one of the people that are interested in your brand. It doesn't matter what you may have thought before now. What you're working with is what is on ground, right? They may have thought to you that this particular product might appeal to people within the age of 20 to 25. But in reality, you're seeing from your data that people from the age of 27 to 35 are more interested in your product. So this gives you direction on where you are going. If you're a small business and you're using Instagram to run ads, right? Instagram has an analytics feature. LinkedIn has an analytics feature. How are your posts performing, right? Check each post that performs well. Who are the people viewing your post? Are founders viewing your post? Like me, for example, I'm a salespeople. A lot of salespeople view my posts, right? Because of the things I talk about. So my audience is tilted more towards salespeople, executive leaders. Such analytics gives me an idea on how to position my brand. I hope I've answered your question. Now, let me take a few questions from the chat box.
All right, sir. Let me help with the reading of the question, sir.
All right, go ahead, please.
All right. So, someone asked a question here that how can we know the problems our audiences have?
Okay. There are different ways for you to. It depends on is it an existing audience, right? So, for me personally, that audience is quite large. Audience can actually mean people that know your product already, or people that are yet to know your product, but you know very well that this particular product is what they need, your target audience, but they've not come to know about your brand, right? So if it's an audience that probably know your products, you have their data already, you can do random questionnaire, reach out to them randomly. For example, if I run a platform and I have 100 people that have signed up on my platform, and I want to understand much more, what are these people, what do these people really need me to do on my platform to be able to solve their problems? I might decide to probably call them randomly, select out of the 100, select like 20, and randomly reach out to them, probably via phone call, via email, just to connect with them and hear from them firsthand, right? You might be thinking this is their problem, but in reality, might not be their problem. You might thinking, if you have an e-commerce store, for example, you might be thinking your customers need you to add more products on your e-commerce platform. And maybe they don't even need you to add more products. Maybe they need you to be able to make their payment gateway a bit more easier. That is their problem. But here you are stopping yourself that you need to add more products to the customers. But in reality, that is not their problem. And as a business owner, as someone that is building a global brand, you want to be able to solve the problem of your customers. It doesn't matter what you think. The main thing is the problem they have, the real problem. And you cannot find those problems by assumption. You have to be able to interact with the customers. You have to be able to interact with the people that are buying your product. And that is how you can solve the problems your audience have. When you know their problems, it is half solved. Next questions, please.
Oh, thank you very much for that. It was very, very explicit. Thank you so much, sir. All right, I have one more question on the chat box here. All right, someone asked if you can restate the remaining 3 steps, making it 10. I don't know exactly what the person was talking about, but she asked that, can you restate the remaining 3 steps, making it 10? Hello, sir. Are you there, sir? Hello, sir. Hello, sir. Are you there, sir? Can anyone hear me? Hello, sir. Can anyone hear me? Hi, sir. Are you still there, sir? All right. Thanks to. Okay, you're still here, sir. All right. Thank you very much. Okay, so I asked a
Yeah.
question now, sir. Someone asked a question in the chat, um, in the comment section, that can you restate the remaining 3 steps, making it 10?
Yeah, I'll restate that. But before then, let me just quickly touch on the first question on how we can research the market. There are different ways we can
All right,
research
sir.
the market. People are your target audience depends on where they are. Find where they are, right? Find for you to solve a real problem. See, let me tell you sincere truth. Leave all the whole MBA that people are doing, right? For you to be able to find the real problem, right? You have to go to where those people, your target audience, are existing. If they're online, interact with them, run polls, run questionnaires, right? Analyze the questionnaire, find out the particular unique thing that is reoccurring. That gives you insight on what the market, the learned people, the people in the classroom might be saying this or that or that or that, but in reality, what is on ground, what is happening in the field, right? That's what counts. You might be saying, the textbook might be saying this and that, but on the ground, things have changed. So you must be able to interact with people, run polls, run questionnaire, go out, have conversations with people there that are existing in where you want to offer your product. This helps you to do proper research. Research cannot only be done when you use Google. You have to be able to interact those that are target audience, so that you'll be able to give them exactly what will solve their problems. So the other 3 steps that the person said I should rephrase, the number 1 thing we talked about was researching our market. The second thing was building our product for the market. Or if you've built a product already, at times there might be need for you to adjust your business model. Many startups do that, right? It's not wrong. A lot of startups do that. Some of them go for accelerator programs, and experts help them tweak their business model to suit what the market needs. So build or adjust or tweak your product for the market. The third one we talked about was developing your strategic position. The fourth one was expanding your offering. The fifth one was being aware of translation. Different things can mean different words can mean different things to people in different regions. So even when naming your startup, you must be able to use a name that would not mean something else in another location. Do proper research on that as well. The 6th point we talked about is learning about your competitors, right? Your global competitors. Study them, understand them, learn their flaws, learn their products, investigate on them, and make your own product better. The 7th one was researching customer behavior. Customer behavior changes. Customers' needs are always changing. Always research and keep up to date. And that is it. And let's take a few more questions.
All right, thank you very much for that, sir. I have a question here.
All right, go
So,
ahead.
how do we balance all platforms, knowing that sometimes getting to merge platforms together can be sometimes tiring? So, how would you advise us to balance all platforms and get visibility on all the platforms we are trying to balance?
Okay, so the thing is, I have to be blunt. If you're the person, if you're a startup and you're practically doing a lot of things, it's difficult to balance it. It's very difficult. Yeah, there will be some that you can't keep up with. I'm just being sincere. Unless you are a machine that you're doing this, it's not easy to balance all of them. So my advice is always pick 2 or 3 platforms and focus on it. Pick platforms that you know this is where these people are existing, right? And this helps you to reach those people very well. Now, as you grow, you might need to hire people that will ensure that you're on top of your game in all the platforms. But when you're starting, it's not easy to balance all the platforms. Ensure that you're visible on LinkedIn, ensure you're visible on Twitter, ensure you're visible on Instagram, on Facebook, on TikTok. Come on. You're not going to divide yourself into 20, right? So what you're going to do is you pick 2 or 3. You can pick LinkedIn and Twitter. You can pick LinkedIn or Instagram, right? Pick 2, focus on it. Then later you can go over to those ones you're not doing so well, and then you can work on it. But ensure you're visible all there. Ensure you're searched in all the platforms that you're there. It's super, super important. I saw a pastor question. He said, what products can a pastor offer? Apart from teaching your people, your audience about the Bible, you could offer other supplementary products, right? You could initiate, you could create a digital product, basically, right? You could create products that could help people because I think what you are preaching is to make your congregation better people, right? So you can create a digital product, right? You can create a digital product that is even separate from your pastoral team, separate from the Bible, right? Because the goal is for you to retain your congregation members. You don't want them to move to another church, right? So create something more appealing that will keep them. You can create a digital product. You can run courses for them, right? You can basically create supplement. It mustn't be supplementary. It mustn't be church every time. It mustn't be Bible every time, right? You could create other things that will keep them, keep your congregation or your brand innovative, right? You could open competitions for people in your congregation, right? It shouldn't be always about church every time, right? You could decide to create a digital product, maybe an ebook on one thing or the other. Believe me, if you look very well, there are other skills you might have apart from teaching people about the Bible, right? So you could create something around there and sell to the audience. That would help you to build a global brand as well. You could offer counseling online. It mustn't be people mustn't come to your church to receive instructions from you. You could adjust to get people from other regions, right? You could talk about church on LinkedIn, right? Your audience is there as well. So this can help you to build a more global brand.
Well, thank you very much for this session, sir. It was really a power-packed session. We gained a lot. So, guys, can we appreciate Sir Chikaodi Emmanuel in the comment section? Let's appreciate him, please. Thank you very much for honoring our
there's
invite.
a question here. Let me just take it. It says,
Okay.
how can we leverage on the top companies and top job titles of my research, right? Good question. How can we leverage on the top companies and top job titles of my searches? Now, the truth of the matter is, for example, when you see that OLUWADAMILOLA PhD, when you see that people that are viewing your content are more of founders and executive leaders, talk about problems founders and executive leaders are facing. Talk about it consistently. When you see your people that are searching for you or viewing you are more of let's say salespeople, talk about things related to sales and challenge the salespeople face, how salespeople can grow, how salespeople can get better. That gives you it saves you stress. It changes your narrative. It helps you get results faster because you know people that are looking out for you. So you're creating your content, you're creating what you're publishing, what you're putting out there to suit those people that are reaching out to you. And that is how you see that it will convert over time. It will compound when people absorb. When you're talking about problems founders are facing or business leaders are facing, how to manage team, how to get more leaders, how to do this, how to do that. Over time, when they are consuming it, before you know it, it converts to either a business deal, or probably a gig, probably a job opportunity. And that's how you can leverage on it. When you see companies in the fintech sector, when you see 5-10 people in the fintech sector are checking you out regularly, it gives you clear direction on where you should go to. Focus on things related to the fintech sector. Simple. Of course, you can always talk about things in other sectors, but since these are people that are reaching out, are looking out for you, are consuming your content, so give them what they need. Simple. Give them what they need. Talk about the switch to the fintech sector, right? Talk about the fintech, and you have to be able to consume. For you to be able to feed them, you must consume. You can't give from an empty head, right? You take in knowledge, read, watch videos, consume information. When you keep consuming, you always have something to give out. You always be dishing. You can't. An empty well can bring out water, right? You can't give out what you don't have. It's garbage in, garbage out. So you need to be able to consume so that you'll be able to give out, and that's how you do it. Always encourage your team to keep taking in new information, ensuring that they are up to date with the trends, and then that's how you can give out what appeals to your audience.
All right, sir. Thank you very much for demystifying the questions.
Yeah, 1 minute. So Oluwaseun, the thing is, she said, does that, thank you for the answer, but this changes over time. Does that mean I have to vary my content? It doesn't change so much. If you watch very well, right, the changes are not so much, right? So if you watch, maybe let's say for the month of let's say for the month of May, 50% of your audience or people that are always consuming your content are founders, right? The next month, right? You know, if for LinkedIn, it brings out four categories of job titles. Always reading your content. Depending on how regular or how consistent you are, over time you'll see that you'll be seeing 2 or 3 industries or roles that appear more, right? Those ones that appear more, that's why you need to be able to watch it over time. Those ones that appear more is where you should give attention to. And then your content, of course, you should vary it, but ensure that at least 70% of what you're publishing, 70% of the things you talk about should be related to your area of expertise. If you're a salesperson, 70% of what you talk about should be sales. If you're an engineer and you want to be known for an engineer, and you want to be able to grow as an engineer, and you want to stick to engineering, 70% of the things you talk about, 70% of things you about should be engineering. If you're a teacher, 70% of things you talk about should be about teaching, about kids, about helping people grow. If you run an edtech company, training, 70% of things you talk about should be related to that. And the 30% could be any other thing, right? It could be about what you did over the weekend. It could be about your friends. It could be about personal relationship. It could be about anything you want to talk about, right? But for you to be able to get the best out of it, you need to be able to talk about 70% of your content should reflect who you are and the problem you're solving. I hope I've answered your question. Dr. Are you there? All right, guys, I guess that's it. Doctor just left, so thank you, Wokedi. Thank you, Samuel.
I'm here already, sir. Thank you very much for your session, sir. We gained quite a lot, and the value you shared was exceptional and top notch. Thank you very much, sir. I'm sure every one of us got value from your session, sir. Thank you so much for honoring our invite. Really appreciate you, sir. Thank you very much, sir.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
Yes, sir.
Emmanuel, what's
Thank you
up?
so
How you
much.
doing? All right, guys. Bye. I hope to see you guys some other time. Hopefully, the next time we'll have this conference. Hopefully, if I'm invited, I'll be glad to come and talk with you guys. Take care of yourself. Remember.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much,
global,
sir.
being global.
Thank you
Bye.
very much.
All right, bye,
Bye.
sir. Thank you very much, sir. All right, sir. All right, so guys, I'm sure we're enjoying the session and it's going awesomely well. All right, so I'd like to bring in ORITSELAJU to continue with the session. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. I would have to apologize for the fact that I cannot see my face here. I don't know what's happening. My light is not reflecting to this device. I'd like to thank you for staying through this program. And I would advise that you please make a post for accountability's sake tomorrow based on all that you've learned today, and brace up for tomorrow, because tomorrow we're going to have Adedoyin Olumide, the delectable Adedoyin Olumide. We're going to have the Reborn, the servant of Goloko Diaries, and of course we're going to have the visionaire of this global conference speaking together tomorrow. And of course, the main speakers, we're going to have them, and it's going to be an awesome time. You know, we save the best for the last, and I would not like you to miss it. As you have stayed true, I'd like you to stay true. And that should be all for now. Thank you so much for staying with us. And I believe that as we have gained this global relevance, we'll find it easy to maintain it. Thank you so much for your time. Global Transformation Conference 2022, Breaking Limits.